This is Unit 10. In Unit 10, we'll be discussing how to draw elevations in CAD. It's a lot simpler to draw them in CAD than it is to hand draft. So you will need to download all the files to your desktop and open up your hotel drawing. Okay, we'll have to make a slight correction. So if I measure the counter, you need to add 11 inches here. So we'll offset 11, erase this line, and fillet the corner. And that gives us a little more room. And when you're doing CAD in real life, you have to make a lot of changes when people change their mind, architects change their mind. So it's an easy way to get, learn those types if we make changes. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the elevation of the sitting room. So you will need to insert, lock, and browse, and find where you've downloaded. So we'll have the sitting area blocks. We'll hit open, okay, and we'll place them right here. And they came in as a unit, so you'll have to explode. And we will start by drawing construction lines. So if we go up here to line and start here in the corner, and I should probably change my line type to layer 0. And then we'll draw a line from the other corner up. Then the edge of our counter, center of our chair, our sofa rather. And I think that's it. So then we'll draw a line. It doesn't matter where you draw it, as long as it crosses over these lines that you've drawn. This is the floor line, the finished floor line. Okay, then our wall height, the elevation height of the walls is 9 foot. So you have to put an offset first, 9 foot. And then we'll fillet the corners. And the layers. So the layer of the floor line should be A wall exterior. The other 3 lines should be A wall interior. And the reason we do this, and I will show you, is notice that when we go to plot this, the floor line is heavier. That's that defines the floor line better. So it's heavier line weight. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we'll move our sofa by the midpoint to this line. This is the center of our sofa. And then we can move up by clicking the leg and just dragging it up and getting the perpendicular O-snap. So now we can erase this. Okay, we'll draw a line from our end table up and move the end table by the edge and then move it up. And we'll erase that line. We'll move our table lamp by the center. And then we'll place some art. So this art. The center of the painting will be at eye level. So eye level about 5 feet. So we'll offset 5 feet our baseline, and then we'll move the center of that painting. And then draw a line up from the center of our sofa. All these construction lines. Okay, so we can erase those 2 lines now. Let's just place our floor lamp beside the sofa right here. Okay, now we have left is the cabinetry. Well, we'll look at our drawing here. We'll start with this sink cabinet first. Start it right here. Make sure I've got it there. Next, we'll put the countertop on. Then we'll move the it's another cabinet with drawers and a microwave base. So now we can move our microwave in. We'll center that mirror. So we'll have it at eye level as well. We'll center it above. Okay, our little dorm refrigerator. So we'll move that up. And then we'll kind of just move it over about like that. We'll just kind of eye it. Gives it some air movement around the back of it. Okay, so looking at our faucet, we'll draw a construction line up and then move the faucet erase that. And then our coffee maker, coffee cups. We'll turn off my ortho for a few minutes. And let's turn back on our ortho. We'll place it right there. Okay, so we need to add a baseboard. Show the detail that there's a baseboard. So we will offset 3 inches for a baseboard. And then that needs to be on layer A millwork B. And then we will want to trim. You wouldn't see the baseboard through the table legs or the sofa. So we'll do trim, trim, select all these objects, enter, click off the lines, think I'll just erase that. Yeah, it covers it. Okay, trim, TR for trim. And we'll click here and here. Yes, looks good. Okay, now where the faucet is in front of the backsplash here, we'll trim that. Okay, so here's the thing about trim. If you have a block and you can put your cursor on it, it all lights up, it's a block. You can't trim it until you explode it. So we'll go up here to explode and explode the block and then do trim. So once I've exploded it, it goes back to the layer that it was originally created on, layer 0. So we will have to match the properties. We'll have to match the properties back to millwork. Alright, so now that should work for trimming out the baseboard here now. And then we'll explode the mirror. X will explode. And we now have our elevation of our sitting room. And we'll move it out of the way. Okay, we're going to do an elevation of this area of the bedroom. You see here. So again, we'll draw up construction lines. We'll start at the corner. We have to show that there's a column here. The opening of the closet, where the closet door goes. And since this is a cover for the heating unit, we will just draw a construction line from the midpoint. Alright, so now we have to place our baseline. We'll offset 9 foot to get the top of the roof, and we'll fillet the walls. So I know that will be a wall. This will be a wall. That'll be it. Okay. So and then we'll match properties of the floor line. And we will trim here. Okay, so this is a wall. So to get it up to here, we're going to click on it and drag the grip up. And now trim. TR will do trim. Okay. Alright. So the closet door. We will offset, we will just insert our blocks in. bedroom elevation blocks. Place them right here, but have to explode it. And then we will move our closet door right here and erase those lines. We will move our cover for the heating unit. And it looks like it's 12 inches above, so offset 12. Nope, 6. Offset 6. Yeah, that's it. This would be the thermostat. Okay. We will move our desk. Let's open file, open. So I think I named the elevation of the chest of drawers the same as I named the elevation, or I named the plan view. So what I will have to do is just open up that drawing, and we'll get to see how the copy clip works in Autocad. So we're going to open up the bedroom elevations. And that's a block, so we're going to explode it. So explode. Now it's all individual pieces. So then we'll do edit, copy. I'm windowing all of it. Going to my drawing and doing edit. I'll paste it as a block. There we go. Now it works. So happy accidents. We got to see the copy clip. We can close this drawing out now. No, I don't want to save it. Alright, so we're going to move. We're going to draw a line from our chest of drawers and the desk. We'll move our chest of drawers by the center. And our TV. And I believe I got that pretty close. Okay. We can erase this. And so now again we'll have to do a baseboard. So offset 3. And then we'll do trim. So we'll click this line and this line. Okay. This little line here. The importance of zooming in when you do things, or I would have missed those 2 lines. Okay, that is our sitting room elevation. See how easy these were to draw, then hand draft. Okay, bathroom elevation. So for this, we're going to make a copy of the floor plan here. We'll erase this and this. And we will start by drawing the inside where the toilet is located, the toilet wall. There's the bathtub, and then there's the end of the wall. So see, I've just picked important areas that I need to show. So I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to offset this down 9 feet. Fill it. Okay, so this is a wall. I'm going to grab that grip, and then I will trim, TR for trim, or you can use the icon. Okay, so now we're going to insert block, browse, look for our bathroom elevation blocks. Okay, we'll explode that. And so now we need our toilet. The side of the bathtub. And we can erase these construction lines. And then we'll match properties. So these lines need to be a wall interior. The bottom line needs to be a wall exterior. Now, if we were standing here looking at the toilet, the bathtub would be on the opposite side. So to correct that, we're going to do mirror. So we'll mirror the entire thing. Enter. We'll use the midpoint of the top of the wall. We'll drag our cursor down, click, and say, yes, we want to erase the original drawing. So now we have it. It's correct. We're standing here, we're looking at the toilet, we're seeing the bathtub to our left. So opposite of what I had drawn. So we'll move this out of the way. And then we'll rotate. So rotate, select all the items, pick a base point, and then it will rotate along that base point. So we're going to click and drag down. And we'll start with line. So we're going to show that column or that empty chase. It's actually a chase. And then the edge of the wall there. Draw our baseline. And then offset 9 feet for the ceiling height. And then we'll fill it. And then we'll extend. So extend, EX, click the ceiling, enter, and then click the line we want to extend. And then we will trim. And then all we have to do is place our vanity again. And we'll draw a line that is 24 and move by this base point to this line. It's always good practice to have all your elevations lined up in a straight row so that you can plot it and it looks really nice. Nothing worse than bad AutoCAD practices. Okay, we're going to rotate our floor plan again. We'll start here and drag it up. And then we'll do a line here. We'll drag a line from okay, offset 9 foot. Then do fillet. Okay. We'll match properties. This is a wall, so we'll trim that. And so we'll make a copy of the side of the bathtub. We'll have to mirror it. Okay. All right. Bathroom door, 7 foot is the top, so offset 7 foot. Okay, so we'll fill it. So that will need to be on the door layer. And let's move our guideline. Okay, rotate. Move our guideline over here. We're set here. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so drawing our baseline, we're going to draw from our corners. Offset 9 foot. Fill it. This is the wall that defines the little alcove, so we'll trim that. Move our bathtub. And then we will match properties. And move that. Okay. So let's erase this. We no longer need that. And let's go in. Okay, I failed to match my properties here. Alright, so let's move this up. And do some work. Okay, so around the bathtub, we're going to say that um, we're going to tile. And so we will need to hatch. We'll pick a tile pattern here in a few minutes. Hatch here, here, and here. So we'll draw a line up from our bathtub up. Same here. Perfect. Okay, so we'll put that on the A-wall layer, or the A-wall interior layer. And then we'll put in a baseboard, so offset 3. Baseboard for the rest of the bathroom. We'll put trim around the door, so we'll offset 2 inches. I don't know what happened there. Offset 2 inches. And fill it. And then we'll draw lines where the carpenter has mitered the trim around the door, so we'll match properties there. And then we need to show the doorknob. So if you're standing here, the doorknob will be on this side. So we will offset 36 inches. Doorknob is 36 inches from the floor, the center of the doorknob, and then we'll offset 2, and then draw a circle 2 inches wide. Okay, we'll erase our guidelines, and we'll match properties of the doorknob. And then our baseboard will not run over the door trim and the door, so we'll need to trim that. And the same here. And that looks correct. So we'll do some trimming. That line. Okay. So I'm standing in the bathroom looking at the bathtub. That is correct. I'm looking at the door. That's correct. Okay, that's all correct. Alright, so to put in hatching, to show our tile, we're going to change our layer to Autocad. That's for any hatching. And we'll get a little fancy here. Let's say that halfway offset that down 3 inches. We're going to put in a little, no, let's go offset that 6 inches. We'll put a little band of glass tile. And so we're going to tile it to the ceiling. We'll have a little decorative band here. Okay, so let's go up to our hatching button, and we will go through here and choose the grate, and let's choose a scale of 24. Do pick point. Perfect. And there's our decorative band. Okay. And then we're going to choose another hatch. Let's choose the angle tile. Let's change our scale to 12. Let's see what 12 does. Yep. We'll go 48. So pick point. And then we'll choose another tile pattern. I think there's one called net. Or let's pick the Air BB. Let's pick this angle. Let's change the scale to 12. Yeah. And that's how you show hatch patterns and how you scale them. Sometimes it's just a matter of playing to see what the scale would be appropriate. Alright, so now we have all of our elevations complete and our floor plan. Let's click on our floor plan tab in paper space. Okay, that's correct. So then we'll click on our furniture. That is correct. So now we're going to right click on our furniture, do move or copy, move to the end, create a copy, OK. We're going to rename that elevation 1. So we're going to make sure we're on elevation 1 and not our furniture tab. We're going to double click and we're going to pan. So we're going to pan down and we'll start with the living room first. So I'm going to kind of center that. I'm going to go over to the scale and okay, so I'm going to kind of center it, right click, exit, click off of the viewport, and I'm going to drag my viewport out a little, box out a little bit. Perfect. So I'm going to click in it again, pan. I'm going to do ED, click on my title block. I'm going to call this room furniture plan. That will be the sitting area elevation. This would be arc 3 of the set, and then the scale would be a 1/2 inch. Okay. Then enter. So that's got that set. We're going to right click on elevation 1, move or copy, move to the end, create a copy. Okay. So we'll rename that elevation 2. Make sure we're on that tab. Double click inside, pan. That looks really good. It's the correct scale. We're going to kind of center it. Right click, exit, double click, ED. That's the bedroom elevation. Hit OK. We don't have, oh, we need to change that to Arc 4. This has the same scale, so we didn't have to change the scale. Okay, right click, move or copy, move to end, create a copy. OK. Rename elevation 3. Click on that elevation 3 tab. Double click inside the viewport pan. Okay, we will have to rescale. So right click, exit, go over here to our scale. Let's try 1/4 inch. That will work. Pan. Perfect. Double click. Do ED. Bathroom. Elevation. Arc 5. And the scale is different, so it'd be 1/4 inch. Hit OK. Now, with elevations like this, you wouldn't have to with a single elevation as much, but we're going to anyway. We need to put elevation symbols under each one of these elevations. So if you click elevations, elevation 1, go under Format, Tools, Palettes, Tool Palettes. So it's Tools, Palettes, Tool Palettes. You'll come up with this tool palette that has various things. If you don't see a tab called Annotate, if you go down to the bottom and right-click, it has all the tabs. So you want the Annotate tab. And we want to pull out what is called Drawing Title. So if you click Drawing Title and drag, it'll drag out a symbol. And this symbol will be tied to a symbol on the floor plan. So if you go back to the tool palette, you'll see a call-out bubble. So we're going to drag the call-out bubble to the floor plan, and we'll click on it and see it has a little some special characteristics to this. It's a block with attributes. If you click on the arrow, it moves it back and forth. If you click on the dot, you get those lines. You can drag it up to face the wall. So I want to show whatever this is pointing at shows an elevation. So go back to the floor plan. So this is elevation 1 found on page 3. So 1, 2, 3, page 3. So we'll do ED, We'll change the sheet number to 3. We'll have the same symbol in our bedroom. So, and then it would be ED, it would be elevation 1 found on page 4. And why it's elevation 1 is there's only one elevation on that page, so that's elevation 1. So we'll drag our drawing title here. On our bathroom wall, our bathroom walls, we're going to have a drawing title under each elevation, but we're going to do a couple of things first. Okay, so as you notice when I was dragging it, it's a little too big for each one of these elevations. So we're going to learn a command called scale. Now scale will make a drawing bigger or smaller. And you want to avoid scaling furniture, because furniture comes in at the correct size. You want to avoid scaling furniture and getting it out of scale and making, it fit a drawing, and then when you go to order it, the furniture doesn't fit. So, you don't scale furniture. That's one thing you keep in mind. But scale is right here. Scale. You select the item you want to scale. Enter. You pick a base point. Doesn't matter where you pick the base point. I'm just going to pick it at a convenient place. And I need that to be 3/4 of an inch smaller. So I want to put in 0.75, which is 3/4. That looks great. It falls directly below what you're titling. Okay, so we're going to do ED, and the scale is 1/4 inches space equals space 1 foot dash 0 inches. That is the correct way to write scale. Okay, so that is view 1, the title, door wall view. So now we can make a copy using the base point. And these should all be on Anno Symbols layer. There we go. Alright, so this one would be view number 2, vanity wall. View number 3, toilet wall. And view number 4, tub wall. There's 4 different views, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back to elevation ED, scale 1/2 inches space equals space 1 foot dash 0 inches. Bedroom, we do closet wall. It is view 1, needs to be on Anno Symbols. Zoom off. Okay, that looks good. Elevation, so ED. slash 2 inches space equals 1 foot dash 0 inches. Sofa, let's say sofa wall. Hit OK. Put this on layer and of symbols and zoom off. Furniture is good. And then we need to put these on the correct layers and our symbols. I think they're a little large, so we're going to scale 0.5. See if we match properties, if that'll do it. Yep. Scale 0.5. Alright, so we can make a copy. Turn off my ortho. And we'll click here. We'll turn our cap this way. Okay, so looking at our page, it starts with the door wall, then the vanity. So ED, this is on sheet 5. This is view 2 on sheet 5. View 3 on sheet 5. And view 4 on sheet 5. So the reason you do this is you let whoever's looking at the set of construction plans knows now that there are details on page 3, 4, and 5 that they need to go and look at. Okay, so that concludes, so if we go back, that concludes this particular project. So we have a completed set of construction documents. We could go even further if we wanted to. We could do schedules, but this is a small set of construction documents. Your first project finished. You can plot that. Remember, if you go to File, Plot, and you can, I think we did, yes, we did apply to layout. So if we do a preview, you can plot each one of those drawings for your portfolio. But for right now, hit the Save button and submit that to Blackboard for Unit 10, and I will see you the next lesson. Thanks.